Right, it is a hideously wet day, so Craig has very wisely suggested we go through the front of the Forager, because I don't know how to do it. It'd be interesting to learn. Craig's just going to pull it back a bit, so we've got a bit more room.
Back a bit, then we'll take the header off.
A bit more room to take the header off on the front. It's fired right up. So there's a couple things in there. We've got a different additive line for the different additives we use on the farm platform and also the farm silage. So we'll see how to change the nozzle. And also we can get all the rollers, all the shafts in, chuck some grease in them and various things like that. So that gives us a bit more space now. Big old perfect. For anyone that's not seen it before, this is an 8100i, smallest Forager that John Deere currently make. 639 head, brass header.
You stick the leg the other side and back right down. Turn it, it drop.
Just turn it.
Turn it, it should drop. Yeah. Okay, turn that one. It should drop right down to the bottom. You can't come all the way down. That's it. Then just make sure it's cool. So
that is right, is it?
Right, yeah. Feel that one?
Yep.
See the metal clip in the side of the PTO shaft?
There?
Yeah, if you push them in there and prise it,
yep,
that'll ping the shaft back.
Right, okay.
So you can get at the QJ basically.
Like that?
The other way. Right, prise it, right, that's it, prise it that way. And there's probably one the other side. So if you turn the whole lot.
Hydraulics.
Well,
I got disconnect you.
I'd say we'll swap this one back over because you'll be on Ecosile anyway, won't you? Yeah.
So that's for the food preservative.
So that's the 3 litres a tonne.
Yeah.
Preservative because I can't. Ow, that stinks. Can't get enough through the
through that other nozzle.
The other nozzle. So then that we can just put right on. Might need a bit of a wiggle.
It's all tight, doesn't come off very often.
Just go up there like that.
So power shaft's off.
Power shaft stands down. Power shaft off. That one up. And then all we need to do is this top one.
Oh yeah.
Take your pin out.
That's it.
And whack that one down.
Right.
Now.
That's that handle there, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
That one down.
Now, if we go down.
Should come off.
Should come off. As long as I've remembered everything. Might have to back up and come down all at the same time.
Come down a bit squarer then. He's just going to roll backwards very, very slowly. And that will take the pressure off the pins then on the headstock. It's a bit like a pin and cone headstock on a handler. There he goes. We don't use any of the other header to the machine, so it doesn't come off that often. You can see all this build-up of stuff here. We'll clean all that out in a minute. Yeah.
Using the buttons here on the side.
Yes.
You see the bubble?
There, yeah.
Yeah. Try and get him so he's level.
Get him
that means you can open up the front without it swinging. It's easier to do it down there, but there's a bit of a delay on the button.
Nigh on there.
Right, that'll do.
Yeah.
There's 2 of us here. See, if you're on the road trying to shut him, you don't shut very easy.
Okay. So yeah, Craig was just saying there's a little spirit bubble there. Get him level.
Cool, all at the same time.
See how much nasty stuff ends up staying in there? All
Yeah.
that horrible stuff.
This is that additive.
Yes.
All because of the
It's like, well, it is food,
soil, isn't it?
food preservative, isn't it?
Yeah. When you're actually going, if you think you've hit a stone or something and you want to just check the blades,
yeah,
you've still got the header on, you can do what they call a split.
Right.
Don't know if you've ever seen me do a split.
I think possibly outside the work.
So if you want to do a split, with the header still on, rather than
taking the whole lot off.
Rather than unwinding that one down there, which we'll have to do in a minute, and opening it like a door.
Yeah.
If you take that pin out.
Which pin are we looking at?
Get it so that that pin is loose like that.
Yeah.
Take that pin out, and then undo that one, which is on this.
There,
that's the one on the
goes.
impact driver.
Yeah.
It'll open up like a book.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the front will do that.
Yeah.
And then you can see in at the knives. If you then want to sharpen them until you get rid of like a stone burr or something like that,
yeah,
you don't actually have to look it all up. As long as you bring it down and the sensors are together,
yeah,
it will allow you to sharpen. Then you can open it up and have another look.
I see.
But you can actually see the knives.
So is that a...
That's a knife box in there.
That's a knife box.
I don't know where my little spanner is.
Never been in the guts of this thing. You can see you can get all the grease nipples now as well. All the nice and clean.
Because do you remember I say when you sharpen you've got to remember to shut the door?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you look in there, I don't know how well you can see in there.
Oh yeah.
The door
is that bit.
Is that bit? Yeah, he's open at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And if you forget to shut it, that then fills up with grass and then stalls the machine, and then you end up having to clean it all out. We do a door open. We need 24.
That's the float, is it, for the head? When he's in the field?
That's the one we, that's the one that locks these springs, basically.
Oh, okay.
That's your float springs. All you've got to do now is we'll open the bottom one first. This one's got to come off.
They got to come off again?
Just drop on the floor.
Yeah.
That's going to open in a minute. Then on the bottom of this cam here, look.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I stick that one on, that nut.
Going underneath. Okay.
That will open that one right up. That one opens that one right up.
And he just swings. There is the belly of the beast.
And then this bit here.
See, like a stop.
Supposed to go in.
Okay.
There.
Can't squash yourself.
So you can't shut yourself.
There you can see your drum then as well.
Knives. You're right in the knives then.
Oh, look at them. So that's what you have to do.
That's
in
what
adjustment.
adjusts.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's adjusting.
For the gap between them, I suppose.
Yeah, if you look, it's not. It's
not
just in that gap.
Yes.
And there, if you look along that edge, look, you can just see the hardened edge. But there's two of them, as far as I'm aware, on each bar, so you can turn that one.
Oh, I just flip him up the other way?
Yeah, use him the other way.
I see. Right, so we're right in the guts now. Cleaned off all this feed roller and everything. And there's a power shaft that runs across this way, inside there, that we need to get out of grease nipple. There's also one there we need to get at. Yeah, he's about 90 degrees away from where he wants to be, I would say. Right, so Craig's just gone to give John a hand on the samper a minute. We're trying to get all the machines ready for silaging and harvest whenever that does come. If we get a weather window. But basically I've just done all the greasing on the points that aren't on auto lube, so ram there, power shaft, there's a grease nipple on either end of that cam there, and there's a couple more around the other side. There's a pivot point down the bottom there, and yeah, I'm going to put this cover back on now because there's a power shaft in there that we've also greased, so the cover can go back on there, keeps that nice and clean, all those connections in there. It's amazing to think how the grass goes through this machine. When it comes in the pickup, so through here, it then gets squashed between these two feed rollers in there, comes out the other side underneath this gap. Obviously there's a bit of give in there with these springs, so that opens up a bit wider, so your row of grass comes in. That's then how the applicator, there's a sensor there for the additive application, so when those springs have got tension on them when they open, that says, yep, there's some grass here, I need to put some additive on. And then that goes from it there into this gap here, and the knives are smashing it against that shear bar. From there into a blower box, up the spout, into the trailer, from the trailer into the clamp. But I've never seen the Forager apart like this, so it's quite interesting to see it. And that's sort of the way my brain works. If someone can tell me till they're blue in the face how this would work, but until I've taken it apart and seen it myself, it doesn't really compute with me. And I'm sure there are more of you guys out there that are exactly the same. It's like being at school, isn't it? I wasn't that good at school. But if I get on and do something like this, and actually physically do it, that'll sit in my head then. I'll remember for next time. At the point where we can really start putting this back, put it all back together, and we'll take it out and clean up all this stuff here. But whilst I'm giving you a tour, if I go up the steps here, we actually run a harvest lab system on ours. So this thing here means that when we're foraging, obviously the silage is coming up through spout. There's a sensor in there. Is it an NIR sensor they call it? Basically like a magic eye that can take protein, ME now with a recent update, and also you know, ME or sugars, do all your sort of dry matter stuff live in the field. A lot of the grease points on this are automatic, so we haven't got to do anything to them. You just got to keep the reservoir full. Anyway, I'll shut that and I'll get on putting that plate on. Right, it's ended up being quite a busy afternoon, but I've been through this thing with Craig now entirely. So I've never taken the head off, so I've taken the head off, opened it all up, greased it all up, done all the maintenance things you can do to it. I've even put the head back on myself. I've then been up in the cab and worked out how to do all the various things on the screen, like weighing loads to calibrate it, nozzle changing, map settings, all that sort of thing. We've been in here and seen how to change the various additive lines, because we use two different additives depending on whether we're doing farm silage or farm platform silage, and they have two different rates, and one's at 1 litre per tonne and one's at 3 litres a tonne. So I've seen how to do all of the various things you need to do up in the cab to do that. And yeah, we've run it up, given it a good blowout, we backed it out, cleaned all the floor underneath it to try and deter any rodent activity in here. And yeah, we're sort of waiting for a dry time now to do some work. John and Craig have been through the Sampo, which is the yellow little combine over there. We will of course need that one for when we start harvesting, to do all the sample points in the field. Yeah, we're waiting now. We're playing a waiting game, but I just thought that'd be something, nice little Friday video perhaps, to show you around the forager, or perhaps a Sunday morning. And hopefully we'll get some footage of this one working sometime soon. So today's been absolutely horrendous weather-wise. It's just been rubbish. Horrible. Anyway, here's Gus for everyone that likes to see him. Come on, Gus. See? People like to see you. They do. They like to see you. Mr. Gus. Don't see him as much anymore because obviously he doesn't come in the tractor with us now, but he is still here. He's having fun. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Nice little short one. Look around the big old girl herself. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We are pushing for 20,000, so please help me out and get me to 20,000 subscribers. Links for everything in the description, all my other socials, and also merchandise and whatever. And we'll see you again very soon. Cheerio.